From prehistoric beasts to cryptic creatures frozen in ice, the world's coldest regions hold some of the most shocking discoveries. Whether it's prehistoric animals, lurking beasts, or never-before-seen creatures. Don't miss out on this wild ride that will keep you on the edge of your seat. While roaming in the snow-covered woods of Russia, a group of friends stumbled upon a sight they didn't expect. Behind some tree branches, they saw a lifeless, odd-looking being. At first, they thought it might just be another animal, but a closer look revealed a far stranger. The creature had a large skull and black eyes, resembling the kind of alien one might only see in movies. The friends were unsure if it had ended up there by accident, or if it was there by its own will. Alien face.
What is that? Ah, what the heck? Have you seen that?
While digging through the snow in a remote area, a local spotted an unusual thing. At first, it seemed like a typical face in the snow, but as he looked closer, he realized it was yellow in color.
What is that? Ah, what the heck?
With features that resembled the face of an alien. Although only the head was visible, the locals couldn't shake the feeling that the rest of the body might be buried nearby. The strange appearance was enough to convince him, whatever this being was, it didn't belong to this world.
What is that? Ah, what the heck? Have you seen that?
Elusive erythral. A strange video surfaced showing a human-like creature with long, wild hair. It appeared suddenly, staring for a brief moment before it slowly moved back. This creature was said to be an elusive erythral, known for rarely being seen. From its appearance, it looked scary, almost evil. The brave cameraman, realizing the risk, should have left immediately, but instead, he stayed just long enough to capture this strange moment. Whatever the being was, it was clear that it wasn't a being anyone should encounter. The place wasn't safe, and the cameraman must have known it after getting such a close look. Mountain encounter. While skiing on top of a mountain, a skier suddenly spotted a massive thing ahead of him. The figure was human-like, covered in fur, and much larger than anything usual. It resembled the infamous Bigfoot from stories. As soon as the creature noticed him, it quickly changed its route, heading toward the woods. The skier was lucky, as Bigfoot didn't seem to notice him. If it had, the skier might not have been able to escape safely. The encounter left him scared, and he couldn't shake the feeling that he had narrowly avoided risk. Walking oddities. A strange video surfaced showing two figures moving through the snowy woods. Their movement resembled that of humans, but their shapes were unmistakably lizard-like. The figures were in a remote, isolated area, far from civilization. Their coordinated movements suggested they were on a mission, as if they had a clear purpose. The unusual creature's appearance and behavior have left viewers curious, unsure of what brought them to this faraway place and what their true intentions might be. Could they be a part of something larger, or simply creatures never seen before by human eyes? Mammoth discovery. A group of scientists made an unbelievable discovery when they found a creature straight out of the past. And no, it wasn't just any creature. It was a Yucca mammoth mummy, a woolly mammoth that's been perfectly preserved for about 39,000 years. Its body was frozen in time, giving us an amazing glimpse into history. Seriously, ice isn't just cold. It's like nature's way of keeping the past on ice for us to find later. How cool is that? Frozen skeleton. Russian hikers made a scary discovery in the frozen wilderness of Siberia. A massive skeleton buried in the snow. The creature was far larger than a human, with features that made it look terrifying. Was it a prehistoric beast, or even more unsettling, like a mutated human? The sheer size of the skeleton made it clear that this creature was from a time long before ours. Some even believed if it was a reason why humans survived, while such creatures didn't. Had we been around back then, we might not have lasted long against something so fearsome. Ural cave creature. In a remote cave in the Ural Mountains, an unexpected discovery was made. A lifeless creature, untouched and unseen for who knows how long. It was black in color and resembled the infamous Bigfoot's baby. This cave, hidden from most people, was said to be home to strange creatures like yetis, gnomes, and chupacabras. Locals often spoke of creepy legends surrounding the area. Seeing the creature in the cave was a reminder that some places are better left unexplored, far from curious eyes. Hunter's Watcher. A hunter wandering through the woods had a moment he'll never forget. As he scanned the trees for prey, something unexpected caught his eye, a face peering at him from the branches. Its sharp eyes were locked onto him, unblinking, like it was sizing him up. Only the head was visible, but that alone was enough to scare him badly. The features were eerily similar to the legends of powerful, aggressive, mythical creatures. Suddenly, it hit the hunter. He wasn't the predator this time, he was the prey. Without wasting another second, he bolted from the sight, heart pounding like a drum. The eerie encounter left him scared but safe, with a story so bizarre that few would believe it. Bigfoot sighting.
Oh my god.
A couple was walking through the snowy woods when they noticed an odd thing moving between the trees. At first, it seemed like a shadow, but as they got closer, they realized it was much longer than the trees around it. The figure was tall and covered in fur. A Bigfoot, just like the stories they had heard. They were scared as they watched it move, realizing that the legend they had only heard about was now right in front of them. Well, lucky for them, it didn't notice them. Otherwise, instead of watching, they would have been running for their lives. Ancient discovery. In the frozen wilderness of eastern Siberia, reindeer herders stumbled upon an astonishing discovery: a nearly perfectly preserved brown bear, thought to be 3,500 years old. The creature, which had been preserved by the icy conditions, scientists performed a necropsy to learn more about this ancient animal. It was said to be the only one of its kind ever found in such condition. Researchers are continuing their examinations, hoping to uncover more about the creatures that once roamed the earth long before humans arrived. Mystery remains. A strange video from Antarctica surfaced, but it wasn't about the usual cold temperatures. Instead, it showed a long line of large skeletal remains scattered across the snowy landscape. The bones appeared to resemble the spine of an enormous creature, possibly bigger than a whale or some other giant marine animal. Some even speculated it could be the remains of a dragon. And yes, they might be right. This discovery raised many questions, but one thing was certain: it wasn't something that could be kept in a museum. The secrets of what once roamed those icy lands remain unsolved, waiting to be explored further. Yeti in Poland. In 2009, a hiker exploring Poland's Tatra Mountains came across an unbelievable sight. He spotted a massive, ape-like figure moving across the rugged terrain, and yes, he got it on video. This thing was huge, towering over the rocks around it. Doesn't it scream Bigfoot or Yeti vibes? What's wild is that Poland isn't exactly known for sightings like this, but some folks think its geography, sharing borders with regions of the old USSR, might explain it. So, if you're ever hiking in Poland, keep your camera ready. Who knows? You might just catch your own proof of these mysterious creatures. Alien eggs. In 2015, two friends were walking along a frozen lake when they discovered a strange formation in the ice. It had small holes arranged in a circular pattern, with slimy objects visible inside each one. The strange sight confused them, and experts couldn't identify the cause. Some speculated that the objects could be alien eggs, left behind in the ice. The discovery sparked curiosity and theories, but the true nature of the weird formation remains unknown to this day. Whatever it was clear that this was not an ordinary find. Arctic anomaly found. A recent satellite discovery in the Arctic has left many shocked. The Barents Sea, known for its sea ice, has become the focus of attention after an unusual triangular cutout was spotted in the ice. This area, which connects to the Norwegian Sea, has been mostly covered with young sea ice, averaging just half a meter in thickness. The find was first noticed on Google Earth, sparking curiosity about what could cause such a distinct shape. Researchers are now looking closely at this anomaly, hoping to uncover more about what lies beneath the ice and the secrets of the Arctic. Cave creature. A strange video popped up recently showing something weird hidden in a cave. It was covered in snow, making it tough to figure out exactly what it was. Some people thought it could be a homunculus cocoon, a giant mutant worm, or maybe something even crazier. Whatever it was, it looked seriously bizarre. The video sparked a lot of theories, with everyone wondering what kind of creature it could be, and what would happen if someone accidentally disturbed it. One thing's for sure, if you ever stumble upon something like this, it's probably best to keep your distance and step the other way. Frozen discovery. A gold miner in Canada made a discovery worth more than any gold. He found a creature, but not just any creature. It was a baby woolly mammoth, perfectly preserved in ice. The ice had kept its skin and color intact, preventing decomposition. Scientists believe it froze during the Ice Age, making it about 30,000 years old. The miner's discovery was a once-in-a-lifetime find, and it could change his life forever. Who knows? Maybe he'll leave gold mining behind and start uncovering ancient creatures that have been hidden for thousands of years, waiting to be discovered. Strange encounter. While wandering through the woods, a local stumbled upon something that left him speechless. He spotted a small, strange creature peeking out from behind a tree. Its glowing eyes were unlike anything he'd seen before, almost like they didn't belong to this world. The creature quickly disappeared back into the trees, leaving him in shock, trying to make sense of what he had just seen. Once he got back home, he shared the footage online, asking people what they thought it could be. The internet quickly went wild, with many claiming it was some sort of alien left behind on Earth. Honestly, after seeing the footage, I'm starting to think they might be right. It sure looks like an alien to me. Tree shadow. Back in February 2021, a guy was walking home when he spotted something that made him freeze on the spot. Near a tree, this small black creature was just sitting there, staring right at him. Weird, right? It didn't look like any animal you'd expect to see. It was more like one of those cryptid creatures straight out of a legend. The second their eyes locked, he got this gut feeling. It wasn't from around here. He didn't stick around to figure it out, though. Nope. He turned and ran, putting as much distance as possible between him and that creepy thing. Mammoth discovery. In October 1999, a 23-ton block of permafrost was lifted off the Siberian tundra, revealing the frozen remains of an extinct woolly mammoth. This incredible find, preserved for over 20,000 years, became one of the most fascinating discoveries of its time. Beneath the shadow of the North Pole, scientists worked tirelessly in an underground cavern to unravel the mammoth's life and end. Siberia, once home to these majestic creatures, had long kept its secrets buried under ice and rock. As explorers raced against time, they hoped to uncover the secrets of the mammoth's world and understand why such powerful beings disappeared. The search for answers continued, with the hope that more discoveries like this would come. Giant footprints. While taking in the breathtaking views of nature, a drone flying over the hills spotted an unusual sight. On the rocks, giant, strange body prints were clearly visible. These weren't typical marks left by animals or humans. The prints were much deeper, giving the impression that huge creatures had once roamed the area. Some even speculated that these markings were made by monsters from long ago, their bodies now fossilized into the very stones. Over the years, these creatures may have faded into history, leaving only their footprints behind as evidence of their existence. Now these fossils tell a story from a time long forgotten. Giant Bigfoot sighting. You've probably heard of strange beings sitting on tree branches, but have you ever imagined a creature so massive it could lift an entire tree? In a recent video, a giant was spotted doing just that. But this wasn't any ordinary creature. It was a Bigfoot, a legendary being said to roam the woods. Unlike the usual myths of Bigfoot walking on the ground, this one was seen sitting on a branch, its size and strength far beyond anything normal. It was a shocking sight, and anyone who saw it knew it wasn't something anyone would want to get too close to. Cryptid creature. A surveillance camera near a remote forest captured a figure running in the dark. Though far away and hard to make out, the shape was unmistakably that of a cryptid creature, a mysterious being often talked about in folklore, but rarely seen. This footage, however, provided undeniable proof of its existence. The creature's movements were odd, making it clear that what many thought were mere stories might actually be real. The video was enough to make even the most skeptical believe that some cryptids truly roam the earth, hidden from view for centuries. Mythical creature. On February 11th, 2021, a man exploring an abandoned building for treasure stumbled upon something far more unsettling. As he carefully sifted through the debris, he noticed a strange creature hiding and observing him from behind the walls. It was small, about 30 to 50 centimeters in size, resembling a mythical dwarf. The creature remained still, staring at the man, making the atmosphere even more creepy. While smaller creatures are often seen as less unsafe, they can sometimes be even more unpredictable. Ancient bird. A scientist came across a remarkable discovery, a bird from the Ice Age, found in northeastern Siberia by a local. After being handed over to experts, the bird underwent carbon dating, revealing it to be an astonishing 46,000 years old. This ancient bird, preserved by the cold, offers a rare window into life during a time long past. Its discovery highlights the importance of careful examination and how the frozen lands can still hold secrets from the distant past, waiting to be uncovered. Frozen predator. Scientists have recently unveiled the well-preserved severed head of an enormous prehistoric wolf, frozen solid in Siberian permafrost for over 40,000 years. The ancient creature, with its fierce and aggressive demeanor, had its brain preserved, offering a rare glimpse into a past world. The wolf's head measures around 16 inches, nearly half the size of a modern-day Russian wolf. Found in the Yakutia region, this predator features a thick coat resembling that of a mammoth, along with sharp, prominent fangs. This extraordinary discovery provides a powerful connection to the wild, icy world of ancient predators. Antarctic mystery. NASA satellites recently captured a strange, massive shape just beneath the surface of Antarctica, unlike anything man-made. With a diameter of 300 miles, the structure seemed far too large for human activity. After further investigation, scientists determined that it was the result of an ancient asteroid impact, believed to have occurred millions of years ago. This massive crater, hidden beneath the ice, offers new insights into the planet's distant past, revealing the powerful forces that once shaped our world. Frozen shark. In the icy wilderness, strange things are often seen, but a frozen shark is something rare. A person stumbled upon a shark, its sharp teeth clearly visible, lying motionless on the ice. It was an unusual sight, one that would make anyone step back in fear. Fortunately for the observer, the shark remained still, and it wasn't a threat. Had it moved, the outcome could have been much different. Perhaps it's a reminder that nature's mysteries are best admired from a safe distance. Alien snow angel.
Snow.
One night, a resident stepped into his backyard and noticed an unusual thing on the snow-covered ground. It was an odd shape, unlike anything he had ever seen before. Upon closer inspection, he described it as an alien-like snow angel. The mysterious imprint seemed to have appeared overnight, with no signs of how it got there. The figure's unusual design and strange resemblance to an extraterrestrial form sparked curiosity and concern. Was it just a strange pattern formed by the snow, or did something more mysterious leave its mark in the yard that night?
Snow.
Giant meteor discovery. During a scientific expedition in Antarctica, a team of researchers made an astonishing discovery. 5 previously unidentified giant meteoroid-like structures. One of them stood out as the largest meteoroid ever seen on Earth, weighing an incredible 17 pounds. The team carefully collected the specimen, sending it to Belgium for further analysis. Scientists were keen to uncover more about the meteoroid's origins and what secrets it might hold about the cosmos. As the tests continued, the team hoped to learn more about the vast things of space and the objects that occasionally make their way to Earth. Tree shaker. While enjoying their time in the snow, a group of friends noticed a strange thing in the distance. A tree was shaking violently, as if someone was pushing it. But the tree was so large, it could only be moved by something much bigger, perhaps a giant like Bigfoot or Sasquatch. To their shock, the tree was ripped from the ground and dragged away, as if it weighed nothing. The friends stood, realizing they had just witnessed impossible. Sometimes it's best not to know what lies behind such unexplainable events. Lake cryptid. A local near the frozen lake noticed a strange thing moving on the ice. It crawled in a snake-like way, but it wasn't a snake. The creature was much larger and more frightening. Its size was massive. Some believe it could be a cryptid, an animal whose existence is rumored through stories, but never proven. This sighting might be the evidence everyone has been waiting for. He definitely would have left the place immediately, just to make sure he didn't become part of its story. Frozen fish. In the snowy regions, a group of fishermen had a pretty unique way of fishing. They dug a hole in the thick snow, letting the freezing water flow in, and then patiently waited with their nets. Before long, they pulled in their catch, but when they got the fish out, it was frozen solid! At first, they could hardly believe it, but sure enough, the cold had frozen the fish almost instantly. The fishermen couldn't help but stand in awe, realizing they'd just caught something rare. It turned into a surprising adventure, proving once again that nature always has a way of shocking us, even in the harshest conditions. Strange watcher. While recording the snowy woods, a local spotted something on his camera that made him stop in his tracks. Behind a tree, a small, strange figure stood watching him. It looked nothing like anything he'd seen before, kind of like the aliens you see in movies. The creature just stood there, staring with unblinking eyes. He couldn't believe it, but the camera didn't lie. What he caught on film wasn't just the peaceful snow. It was a glimpse into something that most people might find hard to believe. But hey, sometimes reality is stranger than fiction, right? Would you believe it? Snow encounter. While climbing down, a climber heard strange sounds coming from the snow. Curious, he decided to check it out, and boy, did he regret it. Hidden in the snow was something that looked like it stepped right out of an alien movie. Its shiny, unblinking eyes locked onto him, and he froze. Its strange appearance made him confused. The climber knew he didn't want to become part of the tales about mysterious encounters. Without wasting a second, he turned around and ran. To this day, he's convinced he encountered an alien, and honestly, after hearing his story, it's hard not to believe him. Forest tracks. While exploring the woods, a group of Siberian kids came across something totally unexpected. Huge, deep footprints heading into the forest. Naturally, curiosity kicked in, and they decided to follow the trail. What they saw next left them speechless. A massive figure moving between the trees, just like the Yeti from all those wild legends. They froze, unsure what to do. Thankfully, they decided to play it safe and kept their distance. After all, who wants to mess with a creature like that? Honestly, after seeing their footage, I'm starting to believe these Yeti stories might actually be real. What about you? Winter creature. An adventurer exploring the woods in winter came across a strange sight. Fingerprints that didn't look quite right. They were too large and unusual. As he wondered what could have made them, he spotted a dark figure sitting behind a tree. Black as night with eerie features, it hit him. It had to be a chupacabra. You know, the legendary creature with a not-so-friendly reputation. The second he pieced it together, he ran, knowing he wasn't about to become part of its story. Honestly, if it were me, I wouldn't just run. I would probably set a new speed record getting out of there. What would you do? Bunker encounter. One cold winter night, an explorer wandered into the woods and across an old, abandoned bunker. He curiously stepped inside, where piles of forgotten junk filled the space. But then something caught his eye. A face peering out from behind the clutter. It wasn't human. It looked like something straight out of an alien movie. The explorer froze in fear. He realized if he didn't leave fast, he might not just be walking out of the bunker. He might be taken somewhere far from Earth. Without wasting another second, he turned and bolted, leaving the creepy face and whatever it was behind. Yeti discovery. On November 8, 1951, a doctor and a team member were working up on a glacier in the Himalayas when they came across something totally unexpected. Huge footprints. Now these weren't just any footprints. They were about 12 inches long and 5 inches wide, and definitely didn't belong to any human, bear, or yak. The weirdest part? They were way up on the glacier, far from any usual tracks. Pretty quickly, they put 2 and 2 together. These were Yeti footprints. A few days later, another team member wrote to his family saying, "The abominable snowman is not a myth." And boom, Yeti mania took off from there. It really made people start thinking, maybe there's something to this whole Yeti thing after all. Martian clue found. While researching for a scientific expedition in Antarctica, researchers made an unexpected discovery deep within an ice core, a mineral known as jarosite, which is commonly found on Mars. This brittle yellow-brown substance forms when dust gets trapped in early ice deposits. The discovery excited the team, as it provided new insights into Mars's history and its similarities to Earth. Jarosite requires acidic conditions and water to form, revealing that water once existed on Mars. This breakthrough also suggested that Mars might have been covered in massive ice deposits billions of years ago. The team now plans to investigate further how Mars's glaciers might have contributed to the planet's chemical makeup. Antarctic discovery. A satellite has captured an unusual thing, L, melting from Antarctica's ice sheet. For years, satellite images have helped scientists explore hard-to-reach areas, but some recent images have sparked curiosity online. In one of these photographs, what seems to be a large structure has emerged from beneath the ice. Measuring tools suggest its size is far too large to be a natural formation, leading many to speculate about its origins. Could this be a hidden ancient structure, or something else entirely? The discovery has left researchers and online users alike unsure of what else might be buried under the ice. Forest tracks. A mountain rescue team in Atagia got more than they expected while checking reports of a giant. As they searched, they caught sight of a big, hairy creature running into the forest. One of the team members said it sort of resembled a bear, but wasn't quite right. Things got even weirder when they found enormous footprints in the snow, way too big and heavy to belong to any human. They quickly made casts of the tracks and estimated the creature's weight at a hefty 200 kilos. Naturally, their thoughts turned to the legendary Yeti, a creature that's been whispered about for ages, but rarely, if ever, seen. Strange encounter. While hunting in the forests of Azerbaijan, a hunter stumbled upon a sight he never expected. Beneath a tree, hidden in the bushes, he saw the head of a strange creature, similar to Gollum. The creature locked eyes with the hunter before it began to move. Fear took over, and without hesitation, the hunter turned and ran. It was a wise decision, as these creatures were known for their unfriendly nature toward humans. It reminded him that sometimes it's better to stay away from the unknown. Shark encounter.
I need to... Yes, is that coming?
In the snowy waters of Greenland, a group of fishermen set out for a regular day of fishing, but what they caught was anything but ordinary. As they hauled in their net, they were shocked to find a massive shark. Its teeth so sharp and powerful, they could rip through anything with ease. The sheer size and strength of the creature left them in awe and a little scared. This wasn't just any fish. They had pulled up one of the ocean's most terrifying predators. As they examined the shark carefully, they realized how rare and intimidating it truly was. It was a day none of them would ever forget, and a reminder of the untamed mysteries lurking beneath the waves.
Head. How big's the rest of it? This could be the moment if the hole's big enough.